2, 1. All right, guys, welcome back. We are back for day 2 of the vendor show, day 3 of the TTPOA Conference. I'm here at Victorwrench. I'm here with Chris. As you saw, she just came into frame. She's here. Welcome. Really excited about getting an interview done with you. You're not very excited. It's very early in the morning. Everybody's still completely drunk. So we wanted to highlight it because everybody who follows us knows big, huge Victorwrench fans. She's very distracting. So welcome to the show. This is great. All right, welcome.
Hello.
You're the designer and creator of Victorwrench.
Yes.
Which I didn't put 2 and 2 together that you're James's wife.
Yes.
So Texas made, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. We're going to call it Texas made. So tell us a little bit about how you started Victorwrench, and obviously art is your passion. And you said something yesterday that was so perfect. This is an extension of you.
Don't tell me what my passions are, but
okay.
yeah.
Cool. So you said this was like an extension of you and like your thoughts and what you feel.
It started accidentally.
Really?
It's a creative expression and turned into a business, reluctant entrepreneur.
Yeah? How long have you been going now?
Doing this? Technically since 2014, but really at it about 5 years.
Okay, so the one question I've got to ask is the girl with nods.
Yeah.
What was the start of that and how did that come about? Because that's what, that's everybody knows Victorwrench by that.
It came from a portrait, a photo, and it just was cool, liked it, and people really gravitated toward it, and I thought, man, that'd be a cool logo.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Everything grew from that.
So did you start off with, like, when you were talking about art, was photography your start or like all art?
No, art in general, graphic design, painting, illustration, anything counts.
Yeah. So my wife, this is the best purchase, I think, the entire conference was this. And so talk to us a little bit about that because she loved it. She bought it yesterday. How did this come about?
I get asked a lot, about inspiration or how much of myself personally is in the brand. That is literally 1,000% my personality. So that is me. That's funny to me. I made it for myself. I thought that's great.
Yeah.
Sort of like morning mantra. Apparently other people that speaks to as well. Apparently other people are pieces of shit, so.
I think everybody's pieces of shit.
Yeah, it works out.
We're all a sense of piece of shit at some point in time.
Yeah.
So everything that you've designed and kind of like, it just depends on what you're feeling and what outlet you're going to express and come up with it.
Typical artist, yeah, you're all over the place.
That's awesome.
So sometimes you're inspired by something random, sometimes someone else will give me an idea and we'll run with that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And your basis, is it graphic design?
My background's in advertising and design.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So always an artist?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't really like labels, but yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't like labels either. I tell people I don't like people that put people in boxes. So that should be a shirt. Don't put me in a fucking box. Anyways. Yes, she goes again. All right. Biggest goals for 2022 for your company?
Oh man, scalability.
Yeah.
Some growth. Maybe treating it like a real business.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I was gonna say being less weird, but that's never gonna happen.
No, don't be less weird. That's the problem.
I mean, personally, not for the brand. The brand does well weird, but I could.
Everything does great weird.
I could be. Sure. Yeah, I could be a little less what I am, but.
No, don't change a damn thing because that's our biggest fucking complaint. The people that change who they are for brands and stuff, don't fucking do it. The more weird, the better.
For business, though.
Even then. Personally,
I'll hire someone
that
does it better.
There you go. All right, so obviously, is this your first conference?
No, this is my third.
Of TTPOA?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Tell us what separates this conference versus other venues and other events that you would go to.
I mean, obviously Texas-based, so you have all this great community in Texas, but the staff here is fantastic. Like, they've treated me so well over the years and really welcoming. They really do what they say they're going to do. That's great. So.
All right, biggest complaint about James.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know James. We had James on yesterday from EOTech. We'll give him shit. So he's going to be coming on the show.
Where do you begin? Biggest complaint?
How much of the product is inspiration from James's around the house?
Well, the bridges I burn is 1,000% him. He has that tattooed.
Good.
He is a bridge burner.
It's okay. Yeah.
That man.
I knew I liked him. She's pointing at me. My wife is pointing at me right now, going, "That is you." Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, baby.
He's a passionate man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's okay. It is passion. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I know she really did not want to do this morning. I said, we're going to start here.
No,
originally
thank
was
you.
going to be drunk.
No, I hated this.
No, come on.
And this is the worst.
It's the fucking worst ever.
I hate you. I hate your wife. Especially her. Look at her.
Yeah. She's you piece of shit. Yeah.
You're a real piece of shit, lady.
Thank you very much. Good luck this year. Thank you.
Now you go out of frame.
All right.
All the way. All the way. Yep. That's right.
We tried so hard. All the ways that we tried so.
And we're back, guys. We're here with Huxwrx, aka used to be OSS. I was about to go on and completely call it OSS and not even mention Huxwrx. So anybody that's been involved in hazard suppressors, you know, you should know. If you don't know, it is Huxwrx now. So thank you very much, Jake and Eddie. I know I think the last time you were on the show was Total Recon, right?
Yeah, we're at that range north of
the
Fort
indoor,
Worth. Yeah.
indoor range. So he hasn't been on the show in a while, but we wanted we definitely haven't had Eddie on the show.
No.
Real quick, Eddie, what's your role with Huxwrx?
So I'm the new sales director for LE.
Where'd you come from?
I was a career cop in California,
Where at Cali?
LAPD and Fontana PD.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. You got out? Are you still living there?
Nope, Salt Lake now.
You got out
get
of
out.
Got out of Cali.
California as soon as
Yep.
possible. All right, and Jake, you're to people that don't know you.
Yeah, so I ran all of commercial and law enforcement sales before, but we've just grown so much that we needed to bring in Eddie to help me out.
Yeah.
So I handle
Y'all
distributors stuff.
exponentially grown over the last few years. Not only have y'all grown as a company, but the line, which I don't know if we can see it. Can I pick this up?
Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead.
So obviously the line has grown over the years.
Yeah, and that's not all of it. We're an LE
that's
show,
all-
so that's the
this
basics here.
This is a lot of the LE stuff. So a lot of the things that you've seen, you'll see with us, especially our assignments, units here, TTPOA being a SWAT, eccentric conference. These are a lot of their LE line that you'll see. And what was y'all's flagship for the LE line?
Yeah, I mean, it's these three here primarily. Yeah.
Anybody that doesn't know anything about them needs to check them out and be running their cans. I can't speak more volumes about what y'all do, the product y'all put out. So real quick, talk about last year, what y'all are released, what you've got going on this year for law enforcement, and kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, last year, it was running with the new version of the 5.56 suppressors. You had the 5.56K, the full-size 5.56 stainless, and then the 5.56 tie. They had come out with the flash hider end cap, so it was greatly reduced flash signature compared to the first version of the one-piece suppressors. The 7.62s, we just released the flash hider end cap version of those in January of this year. So those actually, a lot of people really like running those on 10.5s and shorter. It makes for a little softer recoil impulse. And really good flash reduction on those. And we just won the FBI contract on 5.56 stuff for HRT and SWAT. It's a 5-year contract
What were
on
you saying? That is
5.56.
the biggest.
Largest non-DOD contract in history.
When they were buying suppressors, was that like for all the federal agencies, or that was just the largest?
Largest non-DOD, yeah.
Just for FBI.
Just for
And
FBI.
Just through y'all.
Yes. So, I mean, there was, out of the top 10 suppressors picked, we were first, second, and third
Really?
place.
And
on
when you
those
say
by a
first,
large
second, or
margin.
third, you're talking about, and there's something
Of
we're
the
not going to
submissions.
show here that they're going to be talking about later on in the year, but that was these 3 suppressors?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
you're going to be
See,
seeing,
Listen to the hints.
Yeah.
Listen to the
So-
hints as we're saying maybes, and we're
Yeah.
saying top 3, which would not include this. And I will say, without even talking about it in depth, I was very impressed that
Yeah.
what y'all got
That's
coming
great.
coming out. So much so I'm like, okay, the 2 that I've got sitting back at track, I think I just need to
Yeah.
cancel these and just wait a little bit
Well,
longer, be
that's
patient.
part of the name change is we it's still the same owners, same company. I think a lot of people didn't understand that. When you look at your suppressor, it has the Huxwrx logo on it, but it still says OSS on it.
So talk to
same
us
engineer.
a little bit about that change. Was it just, I mean, nothing really changed, but things changed?
There was a lot of improvements. We've made, we're a lot faster with development. I mean, I'm really excited about how much quicker we are with new products.
Yeah.
Just since I've been there quite a while. I've been there
Which
6
is
years.
huge within the industry right now because
Yeah.
a lot of people are getting slower to market.
Yeah.
During everything that happened.
A lot more in accessories, and we are focusing on other products. You'll see some stuff later this summer and throughout the year I'm really excited about. I've been happy with our new CEO with new products and how he is with developing other stuff that we want to do.
Do you think it's the move going to Huxwrx has pushed for more development faster
Yes.
and quicker to be
More
able to
stuff we
market? More
need.
stuff.
I mean, we will be doing some other products I think people will be excited about
Awesome.
and that are needed.
Real quick though, what is Huxwrx? Like
Human
what-
Exposure Workshop.
Human Exposure Workshop.
So it's more for the safety of the shooter or the operator.
Cool. All right. So coming from an LE background, how many years did you say?
18.
18 years total?
Yes.
What was your assignments there? Did you run cans? How did you get involved with Huxwrx?
So I did everything from patrol to undercover narcotics, working vice operations, special operations on bike patrol. Spent 8 years on the range staff, as a range master, armor, etc. And we ran AAC suppressors, and very old school.
Yeah.
And it was great for that time, but suppressor technology has exponentially grown. And right now, if I can go back and pick a new can, this would be the can.
Yep.
And I speak as a gun guy, as a law enforcement guy, that if you want a can that mitigates, gas to the face, toxic gas, inhalation, watery eyes, the can to get is the Huxwrx OSS can, because it pushes all the gases forward of the face, so you're not breathing everything in.
Do you think that, and here's something, and Chris and I've had this conversation many times, but I feel with your suppressors, like the bread, I mean, you've got a bread and butter, and you can slap these on a gamut of guns, but y'all really excel in these short SBR range as far as right.
Would
you say
with the
that
current
is,
models.
is that would that kind of be a goal of y'all's? In these shorter barrel lengths and being able to excel in that, because one of the videos you showed me, I mean, it not only can you hear it, right? I mean, which is huge, right?
You can feel it.
You can feel it, and I could even watching on the video. A lot of times, the fact that y'all did that background was perfect because I could see it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff you can't see sometimes. Just get it out on the range, get it in behind the gun. You may taste it.
Yeah, that's a good point. We tell people that we can talk about it all we want, but we invite everybody to try it.
Yeah,
we want
because
you to
when
try
you showed
it
me the
somewhere.
video, I wasn't able to hear the sound first
Yeah.
time, and so I was just looking at this. And you go into some competitors, and you go into some stuff that y'all have got in the works, and you can clearly see that, which was pretty cool. And then getting to listen to it, I mean, it's something else. But I feel as if y'all suppressors, like for guys, that 10.5, 11.5, 13-inch, like shorter barrel lengths and a 16-inch really excel here. So would you say that is a goal in the development of this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's where it started, for sure. And I think you'll be excited to see some of the other stuff coming, the focus on it,
Really pumped.
for the other people.
Yeah, really pumped, really pumped. All right, so in closing, y'all do a lot of different conferences and trade shows, I'm assuming. Y'all went to, y'all were at SHOT Show this year.
Yes.
Were y'all there in an official capacity, like booth? Okay.
Yeah.
When you come to TTPO and you see this as a different conference, obviously it's law enforcement centric, but what would you say is the biggest thing that is a draw for y'all as a company at TTPOA?
I mean, this one's well run.
And the key is that we're dealing directly with the tactical officers in this Texas area and surrounding states, where we get to show them the products and help them to understand the benefits of the product, for them to make them better operators, to keep them healthy, to mitigate any type of future disability claims in the future with hearing loss. When you look at disability claims for career officers, career military, at the end of the day, hearing loss, tinnitus, these are some of the most common disability claims. And if we can mitigate those costs for the agency, but also to preserve the officer's hearing in the future they can enjoy that retirement when they're done, right? And so really that is the key with the product.
It's going to be your back or your ears somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of agencies they're realizing now. And so they're starting to see now that they realize they need to do something about protecting their hearing, that the health aspects of blowback is a huge concern.
And what's so funny is, and I'm glad y'all brought this up, and we're going to expand on this when we do a show with you, because we talked about having some medical personnel come on to the show. People don't understand, and a lot of agencies, when they're talking about this, they go, okay, I don't want to spend the money on suppressor. I assure you, spending this money up front for your guys will save you money in the long run. Because having known a lot of the guys that have gone to the hearing aids and workman's comp that have followed off on, these are $10,000 hearing aids for a lot of these LE guys because they have to. Well, what's cheaper? Workman's comp long-term pay of that money, or your upfront cost of a suppressor? I don't think that law enforcement in total, even just for regular patrol guys, has caught up with that. And so the fact that y'all are spending a lot of time in the medical stuff and talking about it's not just the hearing, reverb through the bone, is what I think separates y'all from a lot of other companies.
We've talked about overpressure reduction with ears, with comms, and the benefits of that. And a lot of these departments are starting to run shorter guns and everything. And there's a lot of benefits to running a 10.5 or 11.5 with a suppressor versus a 16 or 14-inch gun with patrol. Well, and then we'll get into that more in detail.
Yeah, and I think it's huge. And what I love about Jaws, is you fight in and around a vehicle as a guy that's on multiple warrant deployments, and you get in the vehicle with a shorty without a can, have fun.
Blow your ears out.
Yeah, blow your ears out. In fact, there was I won't say his name, but a DPS officer that was involved in a shooting out west in West Texas, and he shot from inside the vehicle in a moving vehicle and ended up taking out the threat. Both of his ears, young, both of his ears, he had to get hearing aids and everything. Non-suppressed, so there's tons of things, and I hope agencies, not just SWAT, agencies for control will catch up with this technology.
And we go about it from using references from a professional standpoint. We use Will Petty, Dan Brokos, medical professionals.
Those guys know what they're doing.
From that, to make sure that the products are developed for safety of the user.
That's awesome. Well, thank y'all so much. Anything in closing?
No.
I'm going to save the uncommon question for when you're on the show. So I won't ask you that now. But thanks, guys. Thank you to Huxwrx.
You got it.
I'm really excited about everything. You need to stay tuned in to what they've got going on. If you're here at the show and we're dropping this, you stop by, start telling everybody about what's in the works. Let them know. Make sure you check out Huxwrx. And is the Instagram page now at Huxwrx, right?
Yep, okay. At Huxwrx.
So make sure to check them out, guys. Thank you very much. We'll catch up soon.
I try, I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love.
And what's going on, guys? We are back here for day 2 of TTPOA Conference, technically day 3 of the conference. We're here with Accufire Technologies, Brandon and Josh, newest, not the newest, but one of the newest.
No,
members.
he's the newest
he
member.
is the newest,
Yeah.
newest members of Accufire Technology. Y'all been following our page. You've been seeing what we've been putting out about the product. I'm going to let them kind of take over this while I enjoy my drink, rehabbing from last night.
Attaboy.
Did y'all have fun last night?
I mean, we got some rest last night, so
They
yes.
got rest. They're the smart ones of
Had
the
a great
conference.
sandwich.
You could literally walk in this morning and see the rested ones and the people that were in complete pain.
That's why you stay away from the conference, so you don't do that.
That's true. So y'all been following along on our page, and you've been seeing what we've been doing in regards to product with
The Omnis.
the Omnis and the spotting scope. We've had the thermal, and I've got to tell you, I mean, it has changed the way. Honestly, bro, it's like the last few operations we've been on, and we know it's not designed for that, right? For shooting and everything, but we've been using it for so much surveillance, and as you've seen in the feedback you've been getting, in night and day.
We say it regularly. The Omnis is our happy little accident, right? It was originally the original product of the company that knocked us. We put a 10x optical zoom on the front of it, and you took it and you said, "Bro," and then all of a sudden we kind of changed. And at TTPOA, the feedback we've gotten specifically for surveillance has been, man, this is a game changer.
It is absolutely a game changer. Recording capabilities, you've got streaming capabilities, multiple different devices. Y'all are I assume this is generation 1, right?
This is Gen 1, yep.
So I can't even imagine down the road of what's going on. Literally, it's helped us catch more bad guys, which is all we care about. And then for you, Josh, obviously, so anybody that doesn't know necessarily his background, and we'll go into. He's obviously going to go into it a lot more with them, but sniper, right?
Yep.
20 years in the military.
23.
23 years in the military. Just got out.
Yep.
This guy can shoot shit, and he can shoot shit from far away.
10-time international sniper competition podium fella, won it a time or maybe two.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So for his capabilities, the spotting scope, how has it impacted you as a shooter in what you do?
The main thing we do with it is for training purposes. So I can show a group of people what the spotting scope is looking at without having one guy on a scope at a time. I can watch trace with it, I can record, I can put in a video, transfer it to PowerPoint, teach a classroom environment with it. Recording capability is great. So for a training platform, it's been a game changer.
Do you believe it's going to push the market as far as spotting scopes go and the development of technology for purposes as that?
It's the only thing that does what it does, so it should. Not a full replacement for any optical spotting scope, but it's not designed to be. It's got a different niche. But right now, as far as I know, it's the only thing that does what it does.
And so, if y'all can see, and we're gonna cut to something and let you go see, but that's an Omnis right now, and you'll see the little bear on the iPad that's being displayed. That is, so we're in the big ass conference room. I don't even know how far away technically that is, but that is their patch, which is probably what, this big, Brandon?
Yeah, hey, hand me one of the stickers.
Or a sticker.
Yep. Give me a sticker.
Very, very small, all the way back over there on the other side of the conference room. And yeah, so here, in relationship, this is how small it is for the name tag. So very, very small on the back side. And that's not even doing it justice. Y'all have seen some of the stuff I posted as far as like how far away we were, top of building, the dishes. One of the favorite ones was the one I got on that satellite dish. And everybody was like, where's the satellite dish? I was like, it's right here.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it with the naked eye, but you could see it with the spot.
That's the thing too, you know, so the ability to, one, put a reticle in there so you can spot, so you can shoot, you know, for training purposes, for shooting purpose, but also take the reticle off and just look, right? We've identified trees and different targets 4 miles away on ranges. So it's, and also if you've got a good enough IR, if you've got a mall, it's IR capable, right? We've got infrared sensors, so if you've got a good IR light, you can see as far as the light will let you see it.
That's awesome. So let me ask you a question. Y'all took a big part, and I think it was one of your biggest years at SHOT Show this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all did a biggest investment like this. And how old is the company?
Company is technically 2017 was founded, and Lee and I came in. My partner came in 2019 is when we kind of
we're
started.
Call it a rather new
3
company,
years,
right?
yeah.
And the development y'all have done and the track y'all are taking is pretty fast paced and heading into the market in a positive way. Things like TTPOA, different than SHOT Show. I'm not a SHOT Show fan, but that's just my personal opinion. What is the benefit of taking part in an event like this and TTPOA specifically?
I mean, for us, the best thing is that these are the users. These are people who are going to be doing practical applications. SHOT Show, you got a lot of influencers, a lot of people looking and feeling, not doing anything. TTPOA, OTOA, another one. Yep. These are the practical application people. And also, the other big place is Josh's space is the military and competition series. When we go and go to find the people that are going to be using it for whatever, and the fact, you know, would we have originally thought of surveillance for this? Probably not, but when you came by and talked, I'm like, this is an absolute surveillance tool, and you're like, holy shit, this is an absolute surveillance tool. So,
I told him, I said, you know, I'm going to take it, I'm going to test it out. I've still got the TNA, I got to get back to you, but like I was like, I'm gonna run it through its paces, and we ran it through its paces, and I've given it to multiple different people, put it in multiple different hands, just trying to verify and see, okay, what would we do, what would be positive, what would be negative, and I'm telling you,
and the thing about this one too is this is state and local, right? When we built our Incentus, our thermal clip-on, we built that with the state and local PD in mind. You know, a thermal clip-on that's bulletproof, that you can mount on basically in front of any optic on an AR, and you can be within 2 MOA, really at any distance.
And the
right?
beauty of it is still running in handheld.
And it's under $3,000.
Yep. And so we started running in handheld when you gave us the things. So we were deployed down in specific areas. It's beneficial, very good. Even in the daylight was great to have. But y'all actually are coming out with a different one, right?
A 640. Our 640 core is coming out, and that one detection range is 2,000 yards. So you're seeing
and it's a much bigger boy, ain't it?
No, this one's actually a prototype, so she'll lose some weight. We put her on her diet. She's going to come back and look nice and sleek, you know. The Jenny Craig's going to do well, and we're hoping to be close to a form factor like our other one,
no
right?
Shit.
But
with the longer range.
Much, and also upgraded chip sensors, so you're going to have the Wi-Fi streaming, recording, same things you can do with the Omnis, right? Is the idea. We'll have that out this summer. Okay. So,
all right, so
almost there.
Favorite when you joined Accufire, what is your favorite product offering?
My favorite is probably the Atro 20. That's what I've been running in competition. Seated here on this lovely 17.3 Triarc rifle. It has been through probably 6 matches, to include Real World Sniper Challenge, Mammoth Sniper Challenge, 633 Sniper Challenge. It's held up under pretty adverse conditions, a lot of abuse. It still tracks perfectly, and I'm not having any problem with its optical clarity or any other category. So that's the one I've used the most. That's my favorite one right now. And I'm just now getting my hands on the Omnis, so we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. What about you, bro? I mean, it's your
Astro 20, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Astro 20,
I spent the one I spent the most time behind. It's learning how to use the reticle. I have a lot of fun with that scope. So
one of the things everybody needs to pay attention to is different reticles, right? Every one of the items, I believe, you have the option of different reticles. Inside of the Omnis and the Insidious, you can choose.
Just the Omnis. So the
Okay.
spotting scope has all of our reticles in a first focal plane, so you can actually make those wing calls for somebody. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Biggest goals for this year for the company?
Pistol red dot coming out this summer.
Sell one item.
So yeah, I want to sell one with a lot of commas. That's what I want. So. No, that's the big thing. Is just
So pistol red dot.
pistol red dot coming out, 640 coming out, and
When does the red dot hit the market?
this summer.
This summer. Do you
Yeah.
have one here with you?
Nope.
No.
We
Keeping it under lock and key.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But there's a lot of competition here, but
Yeah.
it'll be out this summer, so we're excited.
Awesome. All right, boys. Well, cheers again. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for supporting us on the
Thank
show
you.
and the channel. Make sure you check them out. Accufiretech Technology, Instagram, personal Instagrams. You want them out?
Now, Accufiretech, find us on Accufiretech, Cav and Brandon, you'll find us.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next one.
I try. I'm still in love with you.
What's going on, guys? We're back here at TTPOA Conference 2022, day 3, technically, day 2 of the vendor show. I'm here with Dave, the LE rep for Texas, for Glock Incorporated. He knows we're a good band. You've helped us out a lot, personally and with work. And now he's back here at the show. We've been having some good time. Thank you for the drinks last night.
You're welcome.
She's not thanking you for the drinks last night. She's hurting, I was hurting, but it was good. It was a good time. So we thank you for that. So I guess thank you, and thank you, Glock, for the drinks. So,
You're welcome.
So a few of the things we wanted to cover with some of the new stuff y'all have got out. Obviously, y'all run the gamut with law enforcement as far as gun manufacturing goes. But we're transitioning. Everybody's transitioning to these red dots. So real quick, kind of give a brief about what y'all are doing differently in aiming the industry towards red dots and all these agencies transferring to it.
So I probably haven't had a call for an agency wanting to see a standard iron sight gun in almost 2 years. Everybody, the first 2 or 3 years I was with Glock, the emphasis was agencies wanting to leave 40 caliber to 9mm. Well, now that's been pretty much done throughout the state, now the emphasis is on red dot pistols. At the time they first came out, they really had 2 choices: the Tridgegun RMR and the loophole Delta Point.
On the footprint, right? Like so that.
And they used the plate system. Well, now we've refined it, and we got other optic companies that have come into the field of law enforcement, and so now we make guns directly milled for specific optic choices that you may have. So,
let me ask you a question on that. Is that just will strictly be for law enforcement, or that can be consumer as well, like on the commercial side?
At this time, it's agency purchase only. We don't even have enough to supply the individual officers wanting to buy them.
Really?
So right now it's agency purchase only. I don't know if it'll ever be a commercial item, but I can't say never. But for LE right now, that's where it's all leading to.
So as far as footprints that y'all are doing for LE purchases and agency purchases for direct mill, which ones have y'all designed them for?
So we're doing the this is the MOS 2, which will fit the Tridgegun RMR, and this is the MOS 5, which will fit the Tridgegun RMR and the Holosun. I believe this is the 508, same footprint. We're doing the MOS 6, which will hold the Holosun 509T, which is a closed emitter optic that they're putting out now. The one in your hand, this is the MOS 7, which will hold either the Aimpoint Acro P2 or the Steiner MPS. They're both the same footprint. They use like a pick rail tension system. and the MOS 3 is the loophole delta point, which
Delta,
also will fit the new EOTech
Reflex.
reflex sight that just came out. So I'm really looking forward to getting some time with that. Seems like a very well made optic.
Yeah, is that the one that I shot at the range?
Correct.
Yes, yeah, that was awesome. That was really good. So what was the big trigger on moving from plates for agency purchases to direct mill? Because I'm assuming that's a big thing to bite off on as far as a manufacturer to go, hey, we're not going to offer the plates anymore. We're going to direct mill for agencies.
Well, and we still do offer the plates if they want to get one that holds the regular plates, but it's just one less interface that you have to worry about. Our plates are sturdy, solid. They work on the guns if they're installed correctly.
That's the key word.
That's the key word. If they're installed with the right tools and correctly, and if you tell a lot of officers that something is very easy to do and indestructible, it's like challenge accepted. So this takes away the interface of having to have the plates. So the optic's directly mounted to the slide, and it's able to take the G-force of the slide reciprocating without having to worry about the screws, being over torqued and shearing off and stuff like that.
All right. So biggest, as far as optics goes right now, in the line that you'll have, what is your favorite?
My favorite.
And I'm putting and this says in our. Anything said here is not a representation solely of everybody in Glock.
Yeah, this is mine. So I like the RMR because it's battle proven.
Yeah.
Their skin's on the wall. It's been around for a while. I have them on my personal guns. That being said, I am getting more comfortable with the closed emitter optics like the Acro and the Steiner. I think they're both.
P2, they did a hell of a job on the P2. The battery life
They
now.
did. They fixed that. Yeah. That's all been taken care of. I've got to shoot one a little bit. A lot of people think that the closed emitter optics look more clunky because on the side, when it kind of looks like a mailbox sitting on top of your gun. But when you're behind the gun, in the proper shooting position, you don't notice that. You can't see, anything on the side. But you have a good clear window with the closed emitters. If I have mud or debris splash up on my gun, I can go. And it's cleaned off. Whereas, there have been reports of people with the open emitter guns, like the Trijicon and the 508, where if they got pushed in the water and they brought the gun up, the water had like a sparkling effect on the lens. I haven't seen that happen to me. I'm sure it can happen, but I don't feel unarmed with an open emitter optic.
So, and everybody that knows Dave's background is in law enforcement as well. So, as far as LE reps, he's got, so to speak, skins on the wall and knows the game, and is very knowledgeable in those areas. I would tell you, as far as reps, one of the best. Any neat, especially here in Texas, and we know a lot of guys are here that listen to TTPOA. Make sure you're connecting with him, especially if you don't have. There's the money. All right, I said it, Dave. All right, cool. That was for the bar tab last night. Thanks. So, all right. So coming up this year, I know Glock keeps everything very compartmentalized until things. What would you say is probably going to be one of the biggest product releases that maybe has already been announced or coming, so to speak?
Well, honestly, we haven't been doing a lot of putting out different products. We're still keeping up with the demand of what we make already.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll probably bring other calibers into the Gen 5 system, like the 45 ACP and the 10 millimeter. But I mean, we're still riding the wave on what we have right here, and so there's not really a big demand for anything new.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask him a question only because I know, and you can tell an experienced conference attender based on their lanyards.
By my FLIR?
Yeah. Based on that, what separates TTPOA conferences from some of the other conferences, in your opinion?
Well, one, your attendees have a different bond and brotherhood that the other shows. I go to the Texas Chief, Texas Sheriff, T-Cole, great shows. You get to meet the leaders of the agencies. But this is different. This is the end users. This is the meat eaters, the ground pounders, the ones that every day they're going into, could be going into a perilous situation, and we just have that bond getting to hang out with each other, and this is almost like a vacation, a working vacation, because I get to see other vendors that I don't get to see except at this show, and like Triarc and you guys. There's several other vendors here that I like their reps come out, but they don't go to the other shows because it's they don't really get the same response.
I feel like
get the
there's
money
a lot
return.
of benefit that comes to shows like this, because I feel like more connections are made. And look, I mean, there's a lot of work that's been happening here, obviously, for everybody that's attended TTPOA. We have a lot of fun after hours for TTPOA as well. But I feel some of the best connections we've made within the industry are in our conferences such as this, where it is necessarily like end users, so to speak, because you don't feel as if, like, I'm standing here with the Glock rec, but you don't feel like, oh, Glock's on a table. Like you look at a lot of these other vendors, it's just more personal. I think it's really what the plus of the show is.
Yeah, I mean, to be at this conference, you need to be knowledgeable about hair gel, Velcro, different brands of dip, protein bars,
low testosterone.
And maybe what flavor Monster Energy drinks, and how to hold a dip cup in one hand and the drink in the other. So I mean,
it's very true.
It is.
It is the SWAT Boy Conference.
It is. I mean, you got to tell stories with SWAT hands.
Everybody's SWAT hands.
You got to talk. You got to use words like breachy and going down range a lot. So,
and one of our favorite SWAT boys just walked up. Turn around and look who that fucker is. She's freaking out. It's one of our good buddies. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really fun time. We always love catching up with you. We thank you for everything you do for us, especially for the LE community. I will be stealing some pins.
These are the new Gen 3 pins. They have autocorrect built into them, so it helps guys like you.
Yeah, I definitely need.
But the pins we had before, we had to stop using them because you could take the internals out of them and use it as a drinking straw. So people are taking them to California, and you can't have that. Not acceptable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do that. I just
But do you really want to get caught? Having a
exactly.
plastic drinking straw in California?
Well, thanks a lot, man. Thank you for everything you do.
Brad.
And
I appreciate
really
it.
look forward to it. Make sure you follow Glock Incorporated. It's all we carry. Make sure you support it. If you're one of our LE guys, this is more for our LE listeners. If you need a field rep, you need a contact, you can hit him up. Hit us up for his contact information. We'll make it happen. He can give out his stuff. Best of the game.
My territories were Texas and Austin.
All right, guys, we'll check out the next one. I am seriously going to
I try. Yeah, I try. I'm still in love with you.
And what's going on, guys? We're back here for our last, not even an interview. We're just going to close out an interview.
Yeah, interview.
Yeah. We're here with Chris back at the booth, Triarc Systems. First off, thank you for everything you did for us this week and this year, allowing us to showcase the show, allowing us to highlight everything, including y'all. Really good show, really had a good time, so thank you for that. Well, we wanted to kind of close out the last 2 days. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all enjoyed getting to meet some of the people that we got to talk to. There's too many people here for us to talk to.
Yeah.
But real quick, favorite part of the show? The hospitality.
Hospitality, yeah. Everything. Honestly, everything about the show. Just like I said, just vendor show, talking to people, then socializing afterwards, all that stuff. It's all awesome. It's a really good time. So get to catch up with a lot of people you don't get to see often. So yeah, it's really good.
Any favorite products you see on the horizon that you're excited about?
That Paragon.
Paragon?
Cleaning the light bezels. I mean, that's just awesome.
That was funny. I think we talked about it before, and I was like, hey, can we get a couple of these guns for demo purpose? And he walks over with one of Huxwrx guns, and it's amazing stuff. But yeah. So, anything else?
I mean, it's like I said, it's just good seeing all the companies out here with new stuff, new product. It's cool to see that they're progressing. Fireland's coming out with some new gear, holsters, and just like I said, along with other companies that we continue to work with, especially with Huxwrx, they have their new suppressor out here that they're going to be releasing at the FBI selected, releasing that here this summer.
It is something else.
Exactly,
It's unbelievable.
Like I said, there's
awesome.
just like many good companies, a lot of new ones too, which is good to see. Accufire next to us too, they did an awesome job. Their new thermal coming out, it's fucking killer. So yeah.
Yeah, and I just got my hand on the Incendus, and then they came out with another one, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's good out to like 2,000 yards. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah, but that digital spotting scope though,
amazing.
Oh, yeah, the spotting scope's amazing. So,
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. Thank you so much again,
No,
man.
anytime,
all
brother.
the support y'all have for us, everything you do for the Uncommon line. We got other interviews coming up. You and I'll be talking about that when you sit down, over the game plan, some cool stuff in the works, especially for y'all, like the moving and grooving y'all been doing on the assembly line. Even while he's been here, okay, listen to me, even while he's been here, they've been fucking working at the shop nonstop. So, you know.
Team's killing it back there.
Yeah, dude.
We're getting updates, you know, every several hours. It's awesome. Doing a good job down there.
So, really, man, thank you so much
cool.
for having us.
No, anytime, bro.
For support.
Glad you guys are here.
The next one we'll be dropping all these. The next one we got coming up is we'll be down in Florida. They will actually be there. Noe from Triarc Systems will actually be there as well for demoing at the Flamingo Tactical Range Day Part 2. So we'll be down there. We'll be showcasing kind of like what we did here, but just more, you know, on the range work. We'll showcase some of the guns there. Make sure, and this is the SPR. He's got the new green. Go check him out. This new green is sick. It's probably one of the biggest feedbacks on colors we've had. People always coming by and talking about it. So the Anno green. So thanks again, man.
Oh, anytime. Appreciate
remember, guys, check us out. Remember, stay safe, stay switched on, and stay dangerous.
it.